What is the official position on the South China Sea?
Well, I think the official position of the Philippines has not changed. We firmly believe that, and we recognize that there are disputed areas in the South China Sea, but the important thing is to ensure that whatever differences exist, they be resolved peacefully in accordance with the rule of law, and that we should all seek to avoid measures that would escalate tensions, because the idea is we need to avoid any conflict or any rising tension in the South China Sea.
Who owns the disputed islands in the West Philippine Sea?
Well, there are many. We own some. Uh, there are other claimants. And that's the issue why it's important that to resolve these issues, they have to be done in an atmosphere of peace and understanding, but at the same time in accordance with the rule of law. And we will not move away from that position. We feel that's the only way that you can resolve it. You cannot resolve disputes through coercion or through means which tend to escalate tensions. So we're fully committed to finding solutions on that basis.
How would you define an independent foreign policy, especially in relation to our ties with the US and China?
Independent foreign policy really means that in the case of the Philippines, for example, we will deal with countries on the basis of our national interests and also on the basis of friendship if they wish to be friends with us. And if we are partners, we're not going to be partners with one country at the expense of others, but we will seek to engage all countries in a manner which is consistent with our interests and our laws. And I think they will be doing the same. So the whole idea of this is that we are not dependent on any single country or any group of countries, but we will deal with countries on the basis of our interests and also not at the expense of other partners. So it won't be a zero sum. It will be a zero plus zero, a positive sum approach in our relationship with countries.
On human rights, how does the Philippines respond to international feedback on alleged human rights abuses?
Well, naturally, first, on any alleged human rights abuses, the Philippine government launches quickly an investigation because, as you know, the Philippines is fully committed to so many human rights conventions. In fact, the Philippines has been known to champion quite a number of human rights issues. We have been, in fact, elected to many bodies in the UN to chair. We were one of the original members of the Human Rights Council in its very first session, and that was recognition of our commitment. Of course, every country has human rights abuses, and it's the job of every government, especially the Philippines, to investigate them. But at the same time, the Philippines has done quite a lot to advance the cause of human rights for women, for children, and I think we are fully committed to all those conventions that we have signed.
Mr. Secretary, people are still complaining about passports, how long it takes to book passport appointment schedules. What are your initial plans?
Well, our plans is to try and ensure that we don't get any complaints. But no, we are going to be addressing this issue. It's constantly being addressed, and we are trying to find ways of addressing these concerns. Of course, there's so many applicants now, and so it's certainly we have our machinery which has to be improved. But I think we've instituted already a number of changes, and in fact, in a few days, I'll be discussing with our people how we can further improve this. So I just want to assure everyone that this is something we are looking at on a daily basis, and our whole objective is to try and avoid unnecessary delays.